Happy Form Friday, you guys. Coach Hannah here with Coach Alicia. This week, we are going to be focusing on the kettlebell swing movement. All right, so this is a workout or an exercise that primarily targets the lower body. We have the glutes and the hamstrings working a ton here. One key thing about this exercise, this is a hip hinge movement. It is not a squat movement. That's why you will see Alicia's body bending at the hips and then back up. But even with a hinge movement, we never lock out the knees. The knees are always gonna stay soft. They're never gonna lock back. If you lock your knees behind you, then you put yourself at a risk for passing out, but also kind of hurting yourself and causing an injury.
Don't want that.
So with this kettlebell swing movement, what we want you guys to remember is how the lower body is moving and getting the motion of that kettlebell up, and that it's not the upper body working it. So often we'll see people grab too light of a kettlebell and then they try to use their arms only. So they're gripping it really hard and they're basically just doing front raises from their hips up to eye level. That is not a kettlebell swing, that is a kettlebell front raise. When you grab a heavy one that you can't use, but you start using a hip thrust, that is a kettlebell swing movement. So notice the power in Alicia's hips. She is thrusting them forward. All right, she's getting a good power right there. It's just coming up to about shoulder and eye level, and that's all we want it at. We do not want the kettlebell swing coming up above your head. We know that that is a type of kettlebell swing that other gyms use, but here at Fit Body Bootcamp, we do want to stop it up at chest level to avoid any upper body injuries, or, we don't want it pulling you back and overextending anything. We don't want it dropping on anyone. We've seen it happen and we want to avoid that by just coming up to chest level. So one other thing that we want you guys to focus on is, where is your back, and is your core engaged in this one at all? If it's not, you might look like this with your shoulders rounded forward and you're kind of just letting the weight of the kettlebell pull you forward instead of your glutes pulling it up. So see how she had her shoulders rounded forward, and now the difference in her shoulders pulled back and her chest up. At the top of every single rep, we do want you guys to squeeze those glutes together. Again, it might not look pretty from the back, but that is how we are getting the most out of the rep, because we are getting that finishing touch on the rep, really getting those glutes engaged and working, and we got the lower body doing all the work right here. So just make sure that it's not your arms doing it, that it's all your lower body doing it. Make sure your back is straight, chest is up, your core is tight and engaged. When it's loose, you kind of start moving yourself out of place. So what we want is to pull back. All right? We hope you guys found that helpful, and we hope you have a great weekend. Happy Form Friday.